Hey, it's Pink Buddha, and last year, pre-COVID time, I had a chance to go to this old church here in Portland where they have this amazing pipe organ. And I got to record a bunch of my own samples. So for today's episode of Force Fridays, I thought we could bring the samples in here and cut it up and make a track. Particularly, I want to focus today on using pad macros to enhance the performance process. So I'll walk you through how that goes. If you're new to this series of Force Fridays, you can click up here to get caught up and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. All right, let's get these organ samples loaded up. I'm going to open up a kit and then put the samples in there. All right, let's get some of this down into a loop. Okay, let's add another part. I picked out this tube synth sound that I think is going to go really good with this organ. Okay, this is starting to come together. Okay. Stop. I want to now record this little B section, whenever that might be here. Let's go. Record this drum, a new drum part here. I think I might move this over. I think what I really want to do is just put some reverb in here. Okay, and then I'm going to put the mother ducker in behind the reverb. I'm going to record one more part on this track here, I think. Record arm on this track. All right, so the pad macros represent some really interesting possibilities because unlike a knob where you turn it, you can get this by pressure. So I hooked up the filter to this one here. You can even see it affecting the overall filter at the end here. I also want to put the XY pad on some of these other tracks as well. So I'm going to go to the drum track here, and I'm going to insert it on that particular track too. And let's just say that I'm going to put the drum stuff over here on this side. So let's do a couple different things. Maybe let's add another reverb on here too, just kind of a room reverb. Very small size of the room. So go to my macros, to the pad mixer, and I'm going to do this one up here. I'm going to go to learn, and then go to the mixer and this reverb here, and I'm going to go to the mix, dry mix. Okay, back to macros, turn off learn, and now okay, well now it's set up the opposite direction. I need to flip these so that it's normally off. What I think I need to actually do is go to this reverb and then turn it off all the way. So okay, and then I'm going to put, for the second pad, I'm going to go to learn, and I'm going to do the x-axis here. No, just this one here and just the y. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Whoa, that was way too freaking much there. All right, so here's what's going on here. The pads are just too sensitive to use for the XY pad, because when you're pushing them, it's rapidly switching between the different time divisions. And, you know, if you practiced it, you might get really good at it, or maybe really narrow the range for a particular button. So this button was going to be like 16th notes, the other one wasn't, but boy, there's a lot of work to be done to get that into a range that's actually playable, because what's happening is I'm pushing down and it's just going wildly in too many different directions. So maybe the XY pad is not the best thing to use for the pad macros. Okay, so now what I want to actually do is do this, one of these pads over here on the macros, to affect a filter on this plugin right here. Let's go to put in a filter. I'm going to go back to my macros, touch this one up here, go to learn, then go to this filter and affect the cutoff frequency. So what I wanted to do is be all the way pretty low. And then I can kind of lean into it to get more of the filter to come out. And let's see if that works. It's great. Let me just mute this so you can hear what I'm doing. One. It's really sensitive. I mean, just barely pushing on that thing and it's like getting a lot out of that. It's really expressive. That's so great. I love that. I don't think I need this reverb to be up all the way too. That's kind of a little bit much. So I'm not going to affect it there. I'm going to go to the macros and click on this button over here. I'm going to have to change the parameter range here so that it's not going all the way up, and I can kind of... to put a filter on this organ track here, and I'm going to go back to my macros. Let's put it over here on this side. I'm going to go to Learn, go to Mixer. Let's do the filter initially. I'm going to put this down to kind of like what I would kind of keep it at 1K as like a starting point. Go back to macros, take it off Learn. So I'm gonna have to make some choices about when I put that on there because of, especially with the filter, it's so noticeable. I liked the being able to put a little reverb in there and have that be very subtle. The filter feels like it's, you know, maybe if the range was just smaller, maybe if I just popped it up here like this. Anyways, I hope this has been insightful in terms of like getting some ideas for how you could use these pad macros for expression, especially in a live setting. I just am barely touching on this. If you have some other ideas, leave them in the comments below, and maybe we can share with the rest of the community on how to do this. If you like this content, please like and subscribe and catch up on the rest of the Akai Force Fridays from this playlist up here.